What's up guys, I'm Brody Boese with the Outdoor News Junior Pro Team. Today I want to talk to you about what's inside my pack while I go deer hunting. This is my ultimate favorite pack. I like to have a full backpack. Everything you need for deer hunting, this is a pack for you. Opening up my pack, the first thing that will always be on top is my binoculars. This is my full, when I get to my hunting spot, or get to where I need to be when I'll have my clothes on, I have all my gear on, I put this on immediately. This is a full chested pack for my binoculars. This holds everything in, but when I'm out hunting, I like to have my binoculars right there in front of me. So if I see a deer immediately, or if I see something I want to take a look at, all I have to do is open it up and grab my binoculars right away. That's what I love about having my binoculars right on my chest. The next thing in my pack is, this is just because it's me, but I always like to bring a GoPro with. If I like to capture in my hunts, I like to capture hunts and bring them back to show my friends and family what I saw. Sometimes friends will always think you're lying. So this is a way of telling the truth at all times, that this is what you saw. Next thing is my game cameras. I always have one spare game camera with me at all times. Especially this time of year, it's starting to become, deer are starting to be more active. Deer are gonna start hitting up scrapes and rubs and start chasing does around a little more. So highly recommend having a trail camera in your pack. Another thing is that rattling antlers. I always have a set in my pack. Rattling can be some of the best parts to seeing more deer. Another thing I have in my pack is my easy hanger. This is my bow hanger. I like to have one in my pack at all times. I'm an archer. I'm a very avid archer, so I'm always out deer hunting. When I'm deer hunting, I like to have one in my pack. Going from different spots, I don't have one in every single spot. I have one in my pack. I put it up, I get into my stand, I immediately put one up. These are awesome to have. You put them into the tree, but it swivels. So, rather than just having one hook, you just have to hook it on a branch or whatever. This is safer. And the nice thing is that you can have your bow more it's a more convenient, easier way to grab your bow too, because they can be more out in front of you. Another thing is scent elimination. This is my Wildlife Research Center actual scent killer. I always like to have at least one bottle, small little bottle, like smallest bottle I can get for scent killer. Going down, another thing is I always like to have a bottle of water. Those walk in and walk out, or just sitting there just sitting in the sun all day, you want water. You're supposed to drink a lot of water during the day. And I always like to keep a bottle of water in my pack. Another thing I like to have up here is that I always have my safety harness on when I get into my stand. But the next thing I want to have is my actual safety strap. Now this is a strap that goes around the tree, that sticks around the tree, straps down. Next thing I want to do is actually use it to actually hook from my harness to the tree. So this will actually go through the harness and then strap to the tree. So I like to have one or two of these in my pack. I usually have one in my safety harness, but say that you have a buddy come with you, or something happened to that strap, I always like to have a backup. You never know what might happen out in the woods. So it's always good to have one or two safety straps in your pack, because safety's first when it comes to hunting with me. Another big piece that I feel is very important, little hangers. These are very cheap, but they're very durable. This is where you take a hook like this and you screw it into the tree, and you can hang your pack, you can hang your game calls, you can hang your binoculars, your rangefinder, maybe whatever you may have. These are very effective, and they're only a couple bucks. The pack of 10 for a few dollars. So I always have a couple of these, and sometimes when I put up, if I put up 5 or 6 different tree stands during the fall, I might just throw one of these up too, so I don't have to worry about it as much. But I always like to keep a couple spare ones in my pack, just in case I might need one. Up here in the front, this is where I keep most of my calls or my binoculars or rangefinder. My main binoculars will always stay up front or up top. Easy for me to grab, but down below, I always like to keep other things that I feel is important close by. So what I like to do right here in front is keep my rangefinder. This is where when I get into the stand, I get everything organized. I may just, if I don't have these around my neck or somewhere easy to grab, I'll just keep it hung up in a spot where I can grab them fast and efficient. But when I get up in the tree, I also like to range certain trees or certain objects in my stand right away. There might be just a couple trees or a main trail that you think that deer is going to come down. So then you know right away, rather than always grabbing your rangefinder and looking. I like to immediately just know, oh, there, that tree's 30 yards. Oh, that trail there, that's 20 yards. So when that deer steps into that shooting lane, you immediately know what pin to use to make that perfect shot. Nice, buddy. Another thing I like to have in my pack up here is game calls. Now, going back to my antlers, I always keep a set of antlers in my main pack because they can't fit on this section of the bag. But what I like to do is keep multiple different game calls. First thing I like to do is I have a couple really grunt calls that I like. I have my HS True Talker here. This is from buck to doe to fawn to young buck. It makes it all. You know, maybe I like the certain sound in a certain area. That's just me. I like a couple different grunt calls. But here I have another one. I have another flex tone. This is the Bone Collector series. This is going from a grunt to a snort wheeze. This is kind of my go-tos. I like to have them close nearby. If I have my pack right up against a tree and I have it positioned in a way where I can easily grab these items. What I like to do is grab a couple pairs of gloves. You know, when you walk in, maybe you get hot, you get warm. There's some, you know, here in Minnesota, like I said, their temperatures change so fast. I always like to have a couple extra pairs of gloves nearby so I can grab them quickly. Another thing is, here being an archer, I do have a couple different releases, but the main thing is I always have a spare inside my pack. Another thing is that I like to have a headlamp. The reason why is because walking in and out, you want to know where you're going. You don't want to get, you know, walking through some timber or walking through some brush and you get, you know, hit with a stick in the eye, or you just want to know where you're going. But also, we're hunting in certain areas like state land. You want to make sure that people see you. You know, you don't want to, you want people to know that you're coming through. You want to know where you're going. So a headlamp is very nice to have in your pack, especially being, you know, for a headlight. Put it on top of your head so you can have your hands free for walking through that timber or walking in with a couple things, or maybe you have a deer stand you're walking in with. Maybe you're walking in with your bow or your gun. You want to make sure that you have all your hands free to be able to carry your gear in and out. Another thing I like to have with me is a knife. You never know when you might get into a situation where you might need it. When you come into field dressing a deer, you're going to need one. Tagging your animal, you're going to need one. There's so many different reasons why to have a knife with you in your pack, but I highly recommend having a knife inside your pack. Well guys, that's what I keep with me in my pack every deer season. For more information on the Outdoor News Junior Pro Team, go to juniorproteam.com, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And have fun this season.